I take bath with my kids. I'm naked with my kids. I have sex in front of my kids. I never be ashamed of sex. My son be breastfeeding, I'll be making love to his mama. That's me, bruh. That's how I get down around kids. I try to keep their purity. I don't want to take their purity away by covering myself up. They're going to be ashamed and cover themselves up. And I'm pure at heart. So you can think in your mind, if I let another kid here, I'm going to have to change the way I am so that your kid could be comfortable around me. No, I'm going to be naked as fuck in front of your kids. My son comes up and grabs my penis. I let him grab my penis. I had sex with his mom. I'm making love to his mother. After I'm done, I'm laying there chilling. He grabbed my penis. He's playing with my penis. I let that happen.
Shalom, Israel. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to the elect out there doing this work of faith and labor of love, truth, sincerity. Right, as you brothers can see from the madness, of this clip, what this guy's talking about, obviously he's lost his damn mind, man. But, when you don't have the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua within you and you're into the different philosophies of the world, and in this case being, of the so-called conscious community, this is what they breed, and in no way, me coming across this clip was purposely trying to target the so-called conscious community. I just happened to stumble across it. And this is what so-called consciousness breeds, man. Whether if it's, Christianity, the different sects of Christianity, Africanism, Buddhism, whatever, this is the type of stuff that it breeds when you don't deal with the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. Our people are completely lost out here, man. The madness that this guy is spewing is purely ridiculous, man. Where they do that at, man? He's in an African mentality, man. That's why they have that saying, if you don't know who you are, how you supposed to get to where you're going. Roughly paraphrasing, however that saying goes, man. Our people are completely lost, so they're into different things that is not of their culture, that is not of their customs, man. When you go into the book of Esther, matter of fact, let me just grab that real quick, because that's something that always distinguished us from the other nations, was our laws, our rights, our rituals, our customs, So when you go to the book of Esther, chapter 3, verse 8, it says, and Haman said unto King Ahasuerus, there is a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people in all the provinces of thy kingdom, and their laws are diverse from all people. Neither keep they the king's laws, therefore it is not for the king's profit to suffer them. So how are we distinguished from all of the other nations? By the laws, the rights, the rituals, and the customs in which we had, which were nothing like the other nations, man. Getting into stuff like with this guy, Nature Boy, is what he goes by, Getting into stuff like what this guy talking about, that's pure Hamite crap, man. That's pure Hamitic bullshit, man. Straight up, pure Hamitic bullshit, man. Who would allow their son to do such things, perverse things as that, man? That's pure homosexuality, man. Pure homosexuality, which shows you this guy has to have a homosexual spirit upon him, and he's going to put that homosexual spirit upon his son, man. Because what does the scripture say? The scriptures say, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is older, he shall not depart from it. So you start teaching your kids things like this, and it's okay to go around and doing stuff like that. What is that going to breed? How is that going to mold his mind? That's going to mold his mind into the same way that this society has been bred to go into the avenue of homosexuality, to go into the old ways of Sodom and Gomorrah, in which this Babylon now, as we know it, is a reincarnation of all those different kingdoms, including Sodom and Gomorrah, unto this day. So real quick, I want to go to, I'm not going to make this lesson too long, but just real quick, this is the book of Leviticus, chapter 18 and 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Lord your power. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do. And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I will bring you, shall ye not do. Neither shall ye walk in their ordinances. Ye shall do my judgments and keep mine ordinances to walk therein. I am the Lord your power. And jump into verse 24. Defile not ye yourselves in any of these things, for in all these the nations are defiled, which I cast out before you. So all of these different type of things that the other nations was doing, primarily Ham, because when we came into the land of Canaan, and which ultimately became the land of Israel, Ham ruled that. The Canaanites, they ruled that section, man. So it was filled with all of the different things in which they were doing. Just like when with Abraham and all the men of old, when they were stomping through those lands, who ruled it? Ham did. So their philosophies, their customs, their ways was filled throughout all the lands, man. Because Ham was ruling at that time period. So the Lord gave us specific instructions to not follow after their ways, but follow after the ordinances in which he gave us. But when our people is so cultivated and wrapped up in his mind frame of this Hamitic bullshit, this is what happens, man. And the Lord completely blinds them, from how natural living. They believe that walking around naked is the natural way of being. That's not how the Most High Yahweh Shema Shah set things up to be, and you could just go around and touch this person or do that or do this or do that. That's Hamitic culture, man. When will you Israelites get it through your thick ass skulls that you don't belong into these Hamitic customs, man? You are Hebrew Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and the Lord have set you apart as holy from these other nations. But 2/3 of you, which constantly prove yourselves that you are just like those other nations. That's why the Lord wound up giving you over unto these things, man. And this guy, and man, everything this guy's just said was just fucking disgusting, man. Just straight up disgusting, man. Disgusting. And he took a trip over there unto Africa and all of that. And I guess this is what the mindset of how he came back after he took that trip to Africa. This guy, Nature Boy. Real quick, this is the book of Deuteronomy 28 and 28. The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. And that's exactly what's going on with this guy. The Lord smitten this guy with madness, man. He lost his damn marbles, man. Whatever marbles that he did have, if he had any in the first place, man. Because the majority of our people, don't know they ass from a hole in the wall, man. They don't know if they coming or going, because they so caught up in the everyday life, And this guy completely caught up into a fashion of way of life that's not even set up for him, man. That's completely for a nation of people that has a hatred for him. But our people seek after the other nations when the other nations are not seeking after us. Why is that, man? Because our people try to find themselves or want to identify themselves with something, just to be a part of something. Knowing that their spirit is not fully into it, but they try to make themselves a part of something, man. And this last scripture I want to bring out real quick. This is the book of Isaiah. The book of Isaiah 30 and 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion, man. And that's exactly what this is, man. People walking with that covering of Egyptology. You know, they're walking with that covering of Africanism, or whatever different Pan-Africanism, whatever different sect of Africanism you want to call it, man. It's all bullshit, man. You know, they strengthen themselves in the way of Egypt, and they walk and trust in the shadow of Egypt, man. That's not the shadow. Our rock, our shadow belongs with Yahweh Shemiah Shah. You know, the scriptures say that a man shall be as a hiding place, you know, from the storm or from the tempest. And that's a man being a hiding place for a woman when that time comes, a man being the woman's covering. That's the same thing with Yahweh Shemiah Shah. Yahweh Shemiah Shah is man's covering, is our covering, is the elect's covering, man. Okay? The Lord is our rock, our strength, and our fortress, not Egypt, man. Nothing of Egypt, man. You know, I read verse 3 again. It says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion, man. So this is bringing the shame unto him, man. You know, across the so-called conscious community, you know, across in general, man. Because people are constantly seeing this, and it's just like, who does things like this? Who thinks like this, man? This is the mind of a damn madman that's completely lost his mind, man. Let's say you try to do that stuff over here in Babylon, you're going to get locked the hell up, man. You know? You might get away with all that stuff over there in Africa, you know, where they actually do things like that. But over here in Babylon, you going to jail, man. This guy's a damn pedophile, man. You know? And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that means like lover of boys or something like that, man. You know, to let your son do something like that. What type of shit is that, man? So this is bringing the heavy shame unto him, and this is being his confusion, man. Babylon is our people's confusion, man. This is the land of confusion, to where our people completely forsake, you know, anything that they thought that might be theirs, and going into a complete different culture and a complete different ideology and a whole different train of thought, you know, that's bringing about their destruction and not really uplifting them, you know. Matter of fact, one more precept, just you know, basic classic scripture that we always bring out. Now I'll wrap it up. This is the book of Romans 11:7. What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded. This guy's obviously blinded, man. You know? According as it is written, the Most High have given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day. And David saith, let their table be made a snare, and a trap, and a stumbling block, and a recompense unto them. Let their eyes be darkened, that they may not see, and bow down their back always, man. Okay? So when our people try to come across different forms of information, and primarily the Bible, man, because this is where we sup with the Lord at. We sup with the Lord at the table, and we break bread with the Lord based off of the scriptures. So when our people try to go into the scriptures, they obviously can't see it because the Lord have blinded them. And they think it's a so-called white man's book, or they think it's this man's book, or this man tampered with it, this man did this. And therefore they found themselves confounded and trying to tap into different philosophies and trying to seek something out of everything under the sun, you know, instead of what really belongs to them, their true heritage, their true nationality, man, you know. But, you know, I just want to do a real quick segment on this madness that this guy was spewing, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, this wasn't, you know, just trying to find something about the conscious community. It just so happened, you know, this guy, you know, a nature boy, you know, just so happened to be a part of the conscious community. But this is what that madness breeds, man. And don't be surprised if you see other fruitcakes come out the woodwork just like him. We already got, you know, the other examples that, you know, brothers been, you know, dissecting throughout the years dealing with these guys, man. You know, so with that, you know, I hope this short segment was edifying. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'al Shem Yahushai, Double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone. And shalom to Lek out there doing this work of faith and live with love and true sincerity. Shalom.